I want to talk to you about one of my favorite gemstones of all time, Anthill Garnet. Anthill Garnet is a variety of pyrope garnet that comes from northeastern Arizona, found in and around the Navajo Reservation in this area. This gemstone is unique in that it is literally mined by ants. This stone exhibits a richly saturated, intense red color that is completely untreated, but the trade-off is that they don't grow very large and we don't have a constant supply because, of course, we can't ask the ants to mine a little bit harder or faster. If you've ever seen an ant farm, you're going to understand how the ants end up mining these beautiful gems. If you take a look at this aluminum anthill casting, so an actual metal casting of what the anthill looks like under the surface, then you'll start to begin to understand that there's a lot of these labyrinths of tunnels deep under the Earth's surface where the ants are finding these garnets. How do they remove them and bring them to the Earth's surface? Well, in this infographic, you see ants grabbing dirt, pebbles, detritus, and pushing them out the top of their anthill. Now, when this happens, the ants don't realize that some of those pebbles are actually pretty valuable. They're beautiful gem quality garnets. They're pretty easy to spot because the dirt around them is sort of that beautiful tan color, and so there are these rich spots of red that make the collection process, which I understand to be part of a religious ritual, very easy for the Navajo people. Now, when you look at this Canadian coin, most of the gems here are very small, and this is in their rough version. These have not yet been faceted. As you can see, this is part of the problem. Most anthill garnet is between 2 and 6 millimeters in diameter. However, I think that it's not that bad of a thing. First of all, a lot of this material garnets come from the mantle of the earth. So they already are going to be smaller than some other gemstones. Their rough crystals have to ride a volcanic explosion up to the Earth's surface. So already there may have been a little bit of breakup if there were larger crystals to begin with. Then think about this. The ants are smart. Ants are really actually very, very strong. They can lift up to 100 times their own mass. However, the ants like to work smarter, not harder. So what they'll do actually after a certain size is that generally the ants will tunnel around a garnet or a large pebble rather than trying to lift it and do a team lift, if you will, and try and bring it all the way up to the surface of the anthill and toss it out over the top. Luckily, good things come in small packages when it comes to anthill garnet. First of all, they're so super saturated in color. They're so intense in their saturation that they tend to look black in larger sizes. Why is this? Well, first of all, pyrope or anthill garnets usually exhibit beautiful open red color. However, all gemstones darken in their tone as they get larger. So in other words, it looks black. It's actually still that red color, but the tone darkens as the stone gets larger. And because it's untreated, this is why it tends to give us that black appearance. Take a look at the picture for the first item that we're going to look at tonight. You can see why anthill garnet is often underappreciated by people who are only shopping on our website here at JTV. First of all, it looks dark because they don't quite have the proper lighting. Take a look at the way that this half-carat princess cut looks with proper lighting on my turntable. You can see that beautiful open red color. It's a true red, like a fire engine or a candy apple. Now take a look at this trillion. It's a lot bigger in size, and I feel that this has very great color, that kind of wine red color that looks so rich and adds dimension. I'm pretty impressed that we're getting color like that out of a stone so large. Take a look at this oval. Now this oval is 2 carats in size. That has amazing color and clarity considering the size of this stone. And those had to be some pretty buff ants who were able to bring this up to the surface. So that's very impressive. Remember that these are the fashioned stones. They've been faceted, and so we've already lost a lot of rough material. The original stone weighed even more than this. Especially when it comes to this round. that is cut to maximize that open red color, it's not necessarily cut to retain carat weight. So they probably lost anywhere from 65 to 80% of the rough crystal in order to get this large, round, that's still a huge stone when it comes to this material. Now take a look at this cushion. This cushion is over 2 carats in size. It's really impressive. You'll see, of course, that the tone has made this stone appear darker, but I actually don't mind the color. I don't think it looks black. I think it just gives you a beautiful burgundy, a beautiful, rich, velvety color that is very attractive. And certainly, being over 2 carats, this would be perfect for use in any kind of jewelry or for display as part of your collection. This is really, really large for this particular type of gemstone. Now, lastly, I put this oval in because this is slightly smaller, and right away, you can see that there's better color. The smaller stones give you the best open red color. So when you see them all together, you're noticing that those smaller stones, like the princess cut second from the left or that oval on the very right, have the best color. That's why when we take a look at this incredible showstopper of a gem, over 9 carats in an anthill garnet, the second largest anthill garnet ever discovered in this area of Arizona, when you see that it has open red flashes of color, when you look at the beautiful cut, and when you realize that this is an enormous stone by any standards, wow, that is truly something rare, special, and one of a kind. I think the anthill garnet is special not only because of its rarity, that it's only found in this one location, that we literally have to rely on ants to bring it to us, that it's mined right here in the United States. I think that we have some incredible prices in our sale tonight. So every single item you saw here this evening has a special discount simply because you are watching the show. Go ahead and look down in the comments for the actual sale price if you are ordering before midnight Eastern Standard Time. When you consider the fact we can't exactly ask the ants, hey, any more of that anthill garnet? Could you guys maybe, pick up the pace with the mining? This is really impressive that we're able to offer it to you for such a great value. I hope you've really enjoyed this edition of Gems After Dark. Check out those incredible discounts in the comments below, and I'll see you next time for another installment of Gems After Dark.